Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Umesh Prajapati and in this video we are going to learn a basic lab setup in Fortinet firewall as well as Cisco router and Cisco switches. With the help of we will look that how we will configure. These are the points, right? So as you can see that here I have written some points related to configuration. First I will go through VLAN configuration, and second I will go through trunk configuration, and third one is IP address configuration in FortiGate using CLI, right? And with SBI configuration on FortiGate firewall, I mean inter VLAN routing for these different VLAN like VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, and then I will go through static route, then policy configuration, whatever configuration we will do on policy related on this firewall, right? And 7th point is ACL configuration, and for interesting traffic for this router, and last point is going, we will go through a net configuration, right? So let's get started without any further delay. Please follow me what I am going to do. So first I am going to create VLAN configuration in this switch, right? So I am going to take console of this Cisco switches switch, right? As you can see that I got the console of the switch. So I just have only configured the host name of this switch, right? So let me show you what I have configured till now. I didn't configure anything, right? So first I will show you that configuration. So VLAN brief. As you can see that there is no VLAN configured. Right? So I can interface brief. As you can see that nothing I have configured. So first I will create VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, and after that I will assign both ports like port Gig Ethernet 0/1 and port Gig Ethernet 0/2. Right? So VLAN 10 name is going to be application app, right? VLAN 20 name is going to right production department. Exit interface. Now I'm going to assign that port Ethernet 0/1 is port mode access port access VLAN, right? Interface VLAN 20. Sorry. Interface Ethernet 0/2 is port mode access port access VLAN 20. Now I have configured and I have also configured assigned the ports for this VLAN. So let me show you what I have done till now. So VLAN brief. As you can see that the Ethernet port has been assigned for VLAN 20, 10, and Gig Ethernet /20 0. Gig Ethernet /0 is assigned for VLAN 20, right? So now I'm going to configure interface VLAN 10 IP address 10.1.1. IP address 10.1.1.2 255.255.0. No shutdown. Interface VLAN 20. IP address is going to be 10.1.2.2. I have configure this IP address for the Telnet access or SSH access. If you want to access, then you can use this IP for Telnet, right? So let me show you. So password is going to be admin. So Vlan. So I think this will right. So now I am going to configure username admin for Telnet access or SSH access. So username is going to be admin, password is going to be admin, enable password is going to be 123. I'm just showing you how to configure admin username and password for Telnet and SSH access, right? Then line VTY 024 login, local transport input all means you can use SSH Telnet or everything, right? So then this. So last third point is second point is going to configure trunk, right? So gig Ethernet is going to be configured as a trunk port, right? So config terminal interface gig Ethernet 0/0 support trunk encapsulation but one queue port mode trunk, right? So if you want to check, so you can run this command. So interfaces run, right? So as you can see that gig Ethernet port has been configured for trunking, right? 802.1q and status is showing is trunking, right? So for this interface, VLAN 1 and 10 and 20 allow for trunking, right? So now I am going to configure IP address in Fortinet firewall for this one interface, right? So as you can see that one IP is 1.1.100, right? And this gateway is 1.1.0/2 will be gateway for this Fortinet firewall, right? So now I am going to take control of this firewall. Admin password is going to be 123. So configure, if I want to show you, let me show you config system interface. So as you can see that only management IP has been configured for the management interface, right? Port 10 is configured for management interface for GUI access, right? So now I'm going to edit port 1, set mode static, set IP 1.1.100. Let me check what is the IP address of this interface, right? And going to 28, right? So mask is going to be 28. And set allow access being HTTP, HTTPS, Telnet, and SSH, right? So, and config system interface. So as you can see that IP address has been assigned for this interface port 1, right? So till now I didn't configure any static route or any dynamic routing protocol, right? So let me show you config. So get system get router info routing table on. As you can see that only directly connected interface is configured, right? Config system interface, so right. So now I am going to access GUI access of this firewall, right? So password username is admin, password 123. As you can see that this IP I have configured using CLI, right? So now I am going to configure. Let me check what is the SBI, right? SBI configuration on the firewall. So now this is the LAN port, right? First I am going to change this port. Port 1 is a WAN interface, right? So I am going to change description. Port is going to WAN. Alias is also going to WAN, right? Okay. As you can see that port name has been changed. Now I am going to configure SBI, right? So interface name is app, right? Which is Vlan 10, right? And Vlan port is going to be port 2, Vlan is going to be 10, and IP address 10.1.1.1/24, right? So I'm going to provide administrative access, HTTPS, ping, SS, right? So click OK. See, IP address has been assigned for this SBI interface, right? So now I'm going to create second SBI for a production department. So prod production, right? Vlan 20. Port is going to be port 2 and Vlan 20, right? 10.1.2.1/24. This IP address will be gateway for LAN interface, right? I will telling you. So don't forget this IP, right? So I'm going to provide administrative access this one. Click OK. See, under the port 2 SBI has been configured, right? I am not going to configure this port 2 for any IP address, right? I will not configure any IP address for this port, right? So let's see. So now I'm going to configure a static route, right? So I'm going to configure a static route. So how will you configure a static route? For a static route configuration, you will have to go to static route, right? So here I am going to leave this things, right? Gateway I am going to provide 1.1.1.102, right? Because this is the router IP interface which is going towards LAN, right? Which is connected to the FortiGate. This IP address will be gateway for the FortiGate, right? So it's okay. As you can see that the default route has been configured and gateway is 1.1.102. We show you this IP, right? This IP will be gateway for this port, right? FortiGate firewall. last, so now I'm going to configure policy, right? So let me show you. If I want to ping 1.1.102, I'm not getting access, right? Because I didn't configure till now any static root, right? I'm sorry, in policy. So it is showing that U means unreachable, right? From the PC1, which is inside the VLAN 10, right? This is the application VLAN, right? So now I'm going to policy, I'm going to configure policy in the firewall. So for policy configuration, you will have to go to in the policy and object, then go to IPv4 policy, and create new. So right now I'm going to provide internet access for the application department. So now I'm going to type, I'm going to create name is going to be app, right? Application department, sorry, application VLAN, which is VLAN 10, right? Incoming interface will be SBI interface, which I have configured, right? SBI, this means it will be the SBI interface application VLAN 10, right? So outgoing IAM name you can give anything as per your requirement, right? So outgoing interface will be port 1, which is your WAN interface is facing towards the router, right? Source I'm going to have anything, right? It means all, and destination also going to have all, and services is all, right? All session. So now let's see. Till now I'm not able to ping the gateway, right? So as you can see that still I am getting the unreachable, right? So first I am going to check whether 10.1.1.2 I'm able to ping or not. Yes, I'm able to ping. Let's see. 10.1 is also I'm able to ping, but 1.1.102 I'm not able to ping because I haven't configured IP address on the router, right? So I'm going to take control of this router. So I think it's clear. As you can see that I haven't configured any IP address for this port, LAN and VLAN, WAN interface. So I'm going to configure config interface Ethernet 1/0 IP address 1.1.102, and net mask is going to be 240. Then shutdown interface Ethernet 0/2/0 IP address. I'm going to provide DSCP because I am taking internet access. That's why I am going to take DSCP IP address, right? Interface Ethernet 2/0. No shutdown. So just wait for a minute because as you can see that DSCP IP address has been provided by the DSCP server. So IP root, there is a default root. As you can see that if I want to ping 8.8.8.8, it will work. So as you can see that I'm able to ping Google DNS, right? So now let me show you whether I am able to ping from application department or not. So as you can see that still I am not able to ping. So let's check the FortiGate firewall. So first I am going to ping 1.1.1. Till now I'm not able to ping. So let's check. So now I'm going to configure IP address for this PC, which is inside the application VLAN. Then right place Ethernet 1/0. Then I'm going to configure IP address 10.1.1.3 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. Then I configure no IP routing because I'm using router as a PC. So now I'm going to provide default gateway. So I'm going to provide gateway, sorry, not default gateway, gateway. So IP default gateway 10.1.1.1 because this IP will be a gateway because we have configured the SBI interface for the VLAN 10, which is configured on the FortiGate firewall, right? So let's check whether I'm able to ping or not, right? So ping 1.1.1.0 slash, sorry, 1.1.0.102. Yes, I'm able to ping. So now I'm going to So now let's check whether I'm able to ping Google DNS or not from the application VLAN, right? Application PC. So now I'm going to trace ping 8.8.8.8. As you can see that I'm not able to ping Google DNS 8.8.8 from the application PC. So I'm going to check trace route where it is this packet is dropping. So as you can see that packet is dropping on the edge router, right? So for this we have to configure NAT, right? So for NAT configuration, we will have to go to the router and configure the first of all we will configure interesting traffic, and second thing we will configure NAT. So once we will configure the NAT, then I think traffic should go through this router, right? I mean, we are able to ping 8.8.8. So now I am going to configure Acl Access List. Then let me show you there is no any Acl configured right till now. So for now, first I am showing you point interface brief. As you can see that IP address access list 10 permit and provide addition. So IPNet inside source list, which is list 10 interface Ethernet 2/0. Then you have to type overload command, right? Then interface Ethernet 2/0 IPNet outside, which is facing towards one zone, I mean public interface. Then I'm type IPNet inside. I'm going to configure IPNet inside, which is LAN interface of the router. So IP interface brief, so access list, right? So as you can see that basically I configure. Let's see whether I'm able to ping from application PC or not. So as you can see that I am able to ping. So now ping 8.8.8.8. As you can see that I am able to ping Google DNS right from the PC1, which is inside the application VLAN. So let me show you one thing. Now I'm going to configure for the VLAN 20, which is production department, right? Let me show you as department. Let me type the application, right? Department, right? This is going to be production department, right? Department. So now I am going to configure IP address for this Windows server. So let me start the first one. Start. Just wait for a minute because it is starting. It is booting, and you can see that it is booting. Just wait for a minute. From this Windows server, we will check whether I'm able to we are able to access any social sites or not. Social site, or you can say that you can also check the YouTube like this. So you will check Facebook and YouTube from this Windows server, right? So just wait for a minute because it is booting. So right, for this you have to go to network and configure IP 10.1.3, sorry 2.3, because this is the different subnet, and gateway is going to be 10.1.2.1, right? Apply. So let's see facebook.com. Facebook, as you can see that I'm not able to access facebook.com. So first we will configure policy on the FortiGate firewall. So let's go to firewall and configure the one policy for this production department. So username admin, password 123. Remind me later. So go to policy and object. I will policy, create policy. As the last policy, if you will check that traffic is moving to, from application department toward the outside world, right? So now I am going to create one more policy for production department. So prod, right? Prod, which is inside the Vlan 20, right? Vlan 20. So incoming interface will be production department, so which is inside the VLAN 20, right? Outgoing interface will be port 1, which is facing outside world, right? So I'm going to provide source anything, right? Destination is going to be also anything. So services all, then all session, then okay, right? So as you can see that one policy has been configured for production department, right? So let's check on the Windows server machine whether I'm able to access facebook.com or not, right? So Facebook, see, still I'm not able to ping, still I'm not able to access facebook.com. Let's check whether I'm not able to ping or not. So why I'm not able to ping, why I'm not able to access facebook.com. So as you can see that IP address till now not configured. So 2.3 IP address and gateway will be 2.1. Then apply, right? So now let's check whether I am able to access facebook.com or not. Is book, right? So as you can see that till now I'm not able to access. So 10.1.1. Sorry, 2.3. Gateway is also going to be 1. Name server is going to be 8.8.8.8. Then apply, right? Facebook. As you can see that at this time I'm able to access facebook.com, right? Let me show you one more site, YouTube. As you can see that it is saying that supported browser, why it is happening to me. Let's say, but you are able to access facebook.com, right? If I LinkedIn, right? That's how you can access the Facebook.com. If you want to access internet, then you will have to do the same configuration, right? So let me show you one more thing, whether I'm able to access SS or Telnet or not using this PC, right? I mean application PC, right? So let's go to the application PC. So PC. So Telnet 10.1.2. If you want to access this device, I mean, if you want to manage this device through Telnet or SS, then you can configure like this, right? So as you can see that I'm able to access, right, this switch, right, using this Telnet, right? So then admin password is going to be also admin, right? And enable password will be 123, which I configure on the face on the Cisco switch, right? So that's how you can configure the Telnet or SS, right? As you can see that I'm able to access Telnet from this PC. I mean application Vlan. So let me show you what I have done till now. You can see that traffic is moving. I am configured to policy on this firewall, right? See, so let me recall one more time what I have done. So first I have configured VLAN configuration, right, and run configuration and IP addresses configuration in the FortiGate firewall, right? FortiGate firewall, FortiGate in FortiGate using CLI number 14. I have configured SBI mean inter VLAN routing on the FortiGate firewall, right? Fortinet firewall. And fifth thing I have configured static group, and sixth thing I have configured policy. I mean in this firewall, right? Then I configured ACL and net for the netting, right, on this router. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. And one more thing, if you like this video, then it will be more beneficial for me. So thank you for watching this video till the end.